First time on. I'm wondering if y'all can even hear. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What up? Can you hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me. Let me know. ZZ. Dope. All right, just making sure. Just making sure. Legit, my first time doing a live stream for Read My Lips. I've been on a couple different live streams, but this is my first time doing this. It's kind of surreal. uh, this is dope though. So what's up? What's everyone? How's everyone's Thanksgiving? That's on right now. Do you even celebrate Thanksgiving? Not everybody does. Mine was uh mine was pretty low key. I didn't do much. I didn't do much. I just ate and was lethargic. What's going on, J Rock? Yeah, real lazy Thanksgiving, but I'm cool with that. I like having it low key. After two plates, fell asleep after two plates. Yeah, I mean, I didn't fall asleep after. I literally came home after Thanksgiving and it was like 1 a.m. and I recorded a video for you guys. So it was like 1 a.m. I wanted to go to sleep, but I recorded a video and it was about if Andrew Yang should be more aggressive because I had just watched The Hill Rising. They had Kyle Kalinske on there and he was saying like, yeah, Yang should be more aggressive, and I was thinking about it. So as Thanksgiving is happening and everybody's like all joyous and eating turkey and shit, I'm like, should Yang be more aggressive? Is this something to talk about? So I literally came home and did that, and then I fell asleep. But it was freaky though because my neighbors, like I'm in a house, like I don't have anybody above me or below me, but my neighbors at 1 a.m. were in their yard hammering something. Like if you go and watch that video, it's literally the last video I did. If you go and watch that video, you'll hear like I paused it and it was quiet and you can hear them hammering outside, like on some creepy pasta shit. Like it was really weird. And I was like, yo, why are they outside hammering something at 1 a.m.? Like, but I wasn't gonna be nosy. Like I wasn't gonna flip the blinds open and see what the fuck they were doing. You know who goes first in those situations, so I'll let it rock. But yeah, I came home and recorded a video. It was a straight Thanksgiving. It was all right. Some this live stream though, let some more people get in here. It's like 14 people so far. That's pretty dope. This live stream, what I really wanted to talk about was Andrew Yang released his taxes. So I was I was talking to a colleague of mine who is conservative, and we were having an interesting conversation on that, and I wanted your guys' opinion. Did you see the most recent Iowa commercial on healthcare prescription? The old politics line at the end was solid. Needs to continue that. Yeah, that was a good move. I dig that. Yeah. I did see that. And he's right. Like some of these politicians are still running like it's 1995. You know? Like this is like they're still going by the old playbook, and that's not going to work. It's going to appeal to older voters, but the younger voters are the future, and that shit doesn't appeal to them. Like you can't run like it's 1995. Like I think Biden thinks it's 1995 still, and we're done with old politics. So, Trump changed that. Trump showed that he broke all the rules. Dude broke all the rules, and got in there, So all that's over with. But that's what makes Yang different, because he's like a rock star. Like, do you think Andrew Yang should enter a drag racing tournament with a Tesla? I would watch that. I would pay to see that. Drag racing with the Tesla. I mean, I get what you're saying. But Yang's where it's at. He's on the right path. Like, things are different. It's gonna be about the Tesla. So my pops, right, is he's a weird guy, right? So I remember having a conversation with him one time, and like he doesn't believe in like green renewable energy. He doesn't believe in clean energy, which is ironic because my brother now works with, in that field. He puts solar panels on roofs. That's what my brother does. But this is before then. My pops was saying cars have come as far as they can come. Like this is the mentality, right? Cars have come as far as they can come, and we've hit it. This is it. And I said, so you don't think there's going to be like, self-moving cars and electric cars and stuff like that? And he was like, nah, you might get like bits and pieces of that, but like the car is going to drive themselves, like type scenario. Real archaic. And I was like, can you imagine if they said that when there was a horse and buggy? We've come as far as we can go. Like, this is it. We're just going to gallop along and call it a day. Like, no, I don't know if it's a flaw as humans, but we're always like trying to take shit to the next level. Like, we're never just satisfied. Andrew is the yin and yang to U.S. politics. I agree. I kind of want to see. Do you remember? Was that the fourth debate? Do you remember the fourth debate when he gave Elizabeth Warren like sort of that look of death, where like he wasn't aggressive, but he was like stern. Yeah, he needs to go on Howard Stern. Baba Booey, Howard Stern, penis, Baba Booey. Yeah, I can see Yang on Howard Stern. And I think Stern would actually take him serious too. I think Howard Stern would actually take him serious. I mean, serious, like as serious as Howard Stern can get. You know what I mean? Because like when he was on Fallon, like Fallon did not take Yang serious at all. At all. I dropped the video on that too. You guys should go check that out. He was like OD disrespectful at the end. OD disrespectful. Like, and I get it. Like, you're a comedian, you're a late night talk show host, but you were OD disrespectful, bro. I don't think you're gonna become president. Like, how you can't? So why am I sitting here for? I don't know, man. That was disrespectful. But I would like to see him on Howard Stern. He's making all the right moves. He went on Hot 97. He went on the Breakfast Club. I mean, Kimmel, Fallon. I kept saying Fallon. Yeah, it was Kimmel. Too many Jimmys. Neutron. Kimmel. Yeah, Kimmel was disrespectful. But he's making all the right news. Breakfast Club, Hot 97. He went on Dr. Oz. You can't say the guy's not trying. He's hitting like all the media platforms, whether it's on TV or on the internet. So he's trying. Still, there's a lot of people that don't know about him. There's a lot of people that don't know about him. Not everybody has Bloomberg money. Bloomberg dropped what? What did I just read? Bloomberg dropped like $35 or $37 million like in ads or some shit like that. Why is the Hill Rising turning into an anti-Obama propaganda network? I mean, Obama ain't even running. Yo, I listen. Bloomberg ads everywhere. Listen, Obama. Okay, we got to understand. Obama was a corporate Democrat. Okay, I dug Obama. Like that man. When that man spoke, you listen. Like, oh man, he could hold a crowd. He was smooth as butter. He was cool as ice. Like, yo, I really dug Obama. Really dug him. But like the Hill Rising and the secular talks and stuff like that, they are far left. Like they're all in the Bernie camp. And Obama was not in that Bernie camp. Obama was not, I wouldn't put him as a progressive, even though at the end of his term, like he released nonviolent drug offenders and shit like that, which was dope. Obama was an outsider at first, for sure, but he quickly turned into, you know, a corporate Democrat, which if that's where you align, cool. But like the Hill Rising, that's not where they align. They're far left. You know what I mean? He extended unemployment. He did some good shit. I mean, he also did drone strikes that killed people, Americans. But that's what I said. Like, is he better than Trump? Of course, of course. I was thinking you're gonna say, of course. But I mean, he quickly turned corporate Democrat. But I think they're upset because like that article came out and he was saying like if Bernie would have started to like take off, he would have stopped Bernie. Like he would have tried to stop him, whatever that means. Like, what do you mean? I think if the people are choosing this person, like if everybody fucks with Bernie and he makes it through the primary, then that's just what it is. Like, why would you stop him? If Yang made it through the primary, like let it go, like let it be. Yeah, he was the first black president, but does not mean I'm not going to hold him to the fire. Like if he does some shit wrong, then I'm gonna call him out on it. And like it was sad to see him go, but I gotta be true to myself. Change wars and shit on socialism. I think I know why he is so against Bernie. But you know, no, because listen, I just watched a clip, and yo, I mean, you see it in all the presidents. It really ages you. It really ages you. But Obama was talking about Bernie, like, and he's talking about where Bernie got a suit from. I know you guys have seen that footage. I know you've seen that footage, and like he was really fucking with Bernie. Like he was big up in Bernie Sanders. He was like, "Look, this guy, he's not about all that bullshit. Like he's where he's got his often like J.C. Penney's rack or some shit like that. Like it was dope seeing him like a younger Obama really fuck with Bernie, but it's not the case anymore. And I always will fuck with Obama, and if anybody calls him on some bullshit that he didn't do, I'm gonna call them out. But other than that, I'll criticize him. I give him a solid B+ as a president. I give him a solid B+, especially comparatively to what we have now. Do you think Obama will endorse Yang? And if so, is it even remotely plausible if Obama runs as Yang's vice president? Obama won't run as Yang's vice president, unfortunately. But if Yang made it through the primary, Obama would absolutely endorse him. Yang's safe. His ideas are solid. He'd be the first Asian American president. Not that identity politics is a big thing, but to some people that's like a huge check mark. And he flips a lot of two-time Obama voters that turned Trump. I think Obama would absolutely fuck with Yang. I don't think he'd fuck with Bernie, and he probably wouldn't fuck with Tulsi. They really hate Tulsi Gabbard. I love Tulsi, but they hate her. Obama's the one that got him in Senate seat. Yeah, he can't. That's what I'm telling you. He campaigned for Bernie. I was watching footage of him talking about Bernie. He was like, "Yo, like it was a younger Obama. He really fucked with him, but now he is not. That's not it. And you're allowed to change your mind. Obama was too nice for Republicans, and they still hated him. They hated that man. They hated that man. To this day, to the point where, because the Affordable Care Act originally came from the Heritage Foundation, which was supported by Newt Gingrich, and Obama just took it and twisted twisted it in his own way. And that originally was, a Republican plan. And they still didn't like it. I think once you're in office, you see the real shit. It probably changed a lot. It absolutely changed the perspective, and it aged him immensely. It was a lot for him. I don't think he'd ever run again. Why hasn't any, if like not you can, but to answer that vice president thing, why hasn't any candidate come after Pete Buttigieg on Douglas Plant in Poland? I don't know. I don't know. I need people to go after Pete for faking like those African American leaders. Like, why didn't they get at him on the fifth debate about that? Like, why he blatantly that was complete bullshit, and nobody got on him about that. And that's what I mean by like be more aggressive. Like, I don't want Yang to come out like, I hate your guts. I just want him to be like, as a matter of fact, you did this. You know what I mean? And they're scared of the gay community. The gay community is running shit. The gay community is running shit. But at the same time, Bernie was supporting the gay community back then too. He wasn't scared of the gay community. I just think I'm just not for federal jobs guarantee, man. That was like the thing. That was the last thing. I was like, that federal jobs guarantee is not better than UBI. Come on, man. How he's not in support of UBI is beyond me. Because they know they're not going to win and they want a seat. Obama bashed everyone a little bit so far except Yang. Yeah, I think he likes Yang. I think Obama likes Yang. I think he'd have no problem supporting. He didn't even want Biden to run. He didn't want Biden to run. He told Biden not to run. Or he suggested, you don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Watch Kim Iverson. I'm going to check out that Kim Iverson after this. AOC came out against Yang's UBI. That makes me sad. I don't how can you be against you? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Repeat can't be supportive of UBI, and his PAC supporters would abandon him. Yeah, but I don't think Pete is real. I don't think at the only time I think we've seen Pete come close to actually being who he is was when he was going against Tulsi in the last debate. Like, cause she was getting under his skin, so you saw him start to get angry. But he's like a robot. I can't vote for somebody that's a robot. Like, I don't even know how you actually. I don't believe you talk the way you talk every day. Like when you go home and you like undo the tie. Like, I don't think you talk like. AOC didn't do it. No, she didn't. But from what I just saw, didn't she like? What did I just read about AOC? Didn't she like she just make like a whole like out donate like was it Nancy? Like, yeah, she just like made a whole lot of money real quick through donations against Nancy Pelosi, pretty sure. AOC said it was too aggressive. I've heard that too. I've that's whenever I talk to people about UBI who actually know something about politics, like that's something they say about it being too aggressive. Yeah, Repeat is too beige. Again, if this had been some years ago, he'd have a real shot. He'd have a real shot. Like, people could see him as president. Like, he has that look, if that makes any sense. She blasted Yang's UBI. Paget did a review. Paget probably went in on her. She probably cut a swath through her arguments, I'm sure. And she got the facts wrong. I believe it. I don't think she did any research on UBI. If you remember on the debate, Kamala had an opportunity to go after Pete, and he almost shitted on himself. But rumor is that she's going to try to go for VP if he gets in. But he's not going to get in. He's doing better than I expected, but I don't think he's going to get in. He's not going to be president. He's not going to be president. And he's definitely not going to get any of the black vote. That's for sure. Someone needs to remind AOC how advanced MOK was and is working for you. Exactly. MOK was for, a basic income. He was for that. AOC smeared Yang. See, she should do her research and then like come out and say like, but she won't. like, oh, UBI actually, like if she came out and said like, oh, UBI, it wasn't a bad option, but I'm for federal jobs guarantee, whatever. But like she clearly has no idea what she's talking about. She's not gonna two-step. She's just gonna double down actually. In the 60s, MLK was so yeah, that's why they hated him. They hated him. You when the FBI is like out to get you. And they're like, he was a charlatan and he was screwing prostitutes and stuff like that. Like for them to go out and get like he was definitely advanced for his time. About the Democrats, like welfare system is the best thing. The welfare system is being exploited. Let me tell you guys a story. I was the manager of a Radio Shack. I managed a Radio Shack. Do you guys remember Radio Shack? And I had an employee. I'm not going to put her name out. I had an employee, and she only wanted to work part-time. And she had like multiple kids. She had a boyfriend who didn't work, right? And I had a studio apartment. I'm the manager, okay? And I had a studio apartment. I had like a shitty car. And she was like living better than me. Like she had like 2 cars. Her place was bigger. And like she was on, welfare. So I've seen it exploited. But at the same time, you can say like that just means they need to pay us, the American people, better. Like for me to be working, 60 plus hours a week because you're on salary. And for my employee to be shitting on me like that means something wasn't right. But that was back in the day, RP Radio Shack. We didn't hear about MLK UBI because corporate stuff. They did bury it. You're absolutely right. Here's remember for his I have a dream. But did you notice when it's time to celebrate Martin Luther King, like even Fox News gets in on it. They're like, oh, yeah, Martin Luther King would have been a Republican. Like, he probably would have been an independent. I'm okay. Like, I feel like Obama's getting the same slanderous treatment because he's black. Now he's talking about UBI. I mean, Obama has always been slandered. When has he not been slandered? When has he not been slandered? He's always been slandered, especially like on the right. They hated Obama. I only criticize Obama on, policy issues. I think he's a great person. I think Obama was a once in a lifetime candidate. That man, obviously he made history, but yeah, they hate Obama. But the people on the left, I don't think they slander Obama because he's black. Like the left. Think about it. The people on the left, like the far left, they slander Andrew Yang. I don't. Is it because he's Asian? I don't think so. I just think if it ain't Bernie, they don't want to fucking hear you. Like if they, part of it's because they're jaded. Because like it or not, Bernie Sanders got screwed in 2016. They literally screwed him, no lube. I'll bring the troops home in 90 days, Obama. Yeah, Obama wasn't gonna. It's different now because he's not campaigning. He doesn't have his organization machine pushing back anymore. You got to remember, they called Michelle Obama a ape. Do you remember that? Do you guys remember that? So yeah, they hated Obama back then too, and they hate him now. People do love Bernie. Top oil producing president ever. Yeah, he was a corporate Democrat. Like through and through. QOP 13. Hey. Yeah, he was a corporate Democrat. That's just what it is. When he got out of office, was it like in 2 months later, he did like a speech for $400K? You know what I mean? People got him about that. Listen, I gave him a solid B, but I didn't agree with all his policies. Top oil producing president ever. Obama was a corporate Democrat. QOP 13. He was I think he was, He was great at what he did. He was just a corporate Democrat. And if that's where you fit, then the left and the Democratic Party base in general are the biggest obstacles to Yang in this nomination. Yeah. Listen, the hardest part for Yang are the primaries. I said this on Nerds for Yang. I said this when I was talking to Boyce and Mindful Skeptics. The primaries are the hardest for Andrew Yang. If he got through the primaries, he would obliterate Donald Trump. It'd be over. It's so simple, but it's the primaries. None of the hardest. Could you become the first black president without being a corporate Democrat? But he didn't run as a corporate Democrat. He ran as a populist. He ran like his message was really progressive. If you remember the things, especially the first time around, he was saying like he ran as a populist. A lot of people thought he was going to be like a progressive. Like he could have got a public option when he first got in. Like it was possible. But for a man named Barack Hussein Obama to get through, that says a lot. Sorry, I can't stand Bernie now. For one reason, he supported corrupt Hillary. Yeah, he did that in the end. He did that because Bernie's that like lesser of two evil kind of like, I don't know. People were mad at him for supporting Hillary. I can't stand Hillary. So, I took points away for Bernie for that. But at the same time, Bernie's been fighting for like people's rights forever. Like I can't let that one thing skew everything he's been standing for. Like dude marched on Washington, like he handcuffed himself to like a black lady. Like he supported gays back in the day. Like he's not a bad guy, but I agree he shouldn't have supported Hillary. How are you going to support and back the person that literally screwed you out of the primary? That doesn't make any sense. And that's where I said you got to be more aggressive. Bernie doesn't have that aggressive bone in his body. Like he can get loud, but that's about it. And like I can't picture Yang getting screwed and being like, okay, I'm going to back this person. Like, no, that's not happening. You saw what he did to MSNBC. Like, Bernie would never come out after MSNBC like the way Yang did. Blue Dog Democrats blocked his original healthcare plan. I don't think he was going for a public option the first time. But an Asian one could. The Senate moderate Democrats in Obama's first term killed the public. They did? Okay, I didn't know that. So I stand corrected. What's up with the AOC and the progressives hitting on Yang's UBI? It is irrational. At that point, they're just doing what the camp is doing because there's nothing wrong with universal basic income. Like how anyone can argue against that is beyond me. When I talk to Republicans, do you know what gets them? Universal basic income. They dig it. They like it. So to say like, it's bad, that sounds ridiculous. I was in Arkansas and I was pissed that Democrats from Arkansas are the ones who blocked the original healthcare bill. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Democrats are just as bad as Republicans. They can be just as corrupt. They can be just as corrupt and one track minded. I see it all the time. If Bernie didn't support HRC, then HRC would say it's a Russian asset. But exactly. But who isn't a Russian asset to Hillary Clinton? Joe Stein. Because I'm having this podcast, I'm probably a Russian asset. I'm not going to lie to you. When I first started the channel, there were people in the comments saying like, I'm a Russian asset. I'm a plant. I swear to God, I am not kidding. They were like, oh, I know what you're really up to. You don't really support Yang. You're a plant from Russia. Like that's had that happen. Oh man. Yep. Senator killed the public option. Well, he's a dickhead. That's fucked up. I don't trust Bernie with the housing crisis. I don't know why he endorsed California politicians in local elections that stopped putting more affordable housing in California. There are a large shortage. That's definitely something to get on him about then. Like he's definitely criticizable. Like that's just one more thing to get on him about. For sure. Smash the like button, read my lips, people. What if Hillary made a deal with Russians and then they screwed it for Trump? I don't want to get Alex Jonesy over here, but just a hypothetical. I wouldn't put anything past Hillary. I wouldn't put anything. She's a machine, yo. She's a machine. What was it last week? she came out with something and she was saying like, I have a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on me to run. People are asking me to run. A lot of pressure. Nobody's asking you to run. We don't want you to run. Stop it. Cut it out. That's what a Russian asset would say. They need to pay me more then, because they ain't paying me enough. I'll be honest. I don't think Trump's a Russian asset either. I really don't. I think he probably admires like how Putin's all dictator-esque, and like the people like fucking fear him. He probably loves that shit, but I don't think Trump's a Russian asset. Exactly. People are saying nobody was saying anything, Hillary. Like nobody asked you to run. Wall Street would ask her to run and lose, but she was saying like, okay, maybe when she's saying people around her, maybe her close people, like her bubble, are saying, yes, Hillary, I do declare you should run. These nominees are both shallow and pedantic. Putin's useful idiot. Now he is Putin's useful idiot, but Joy saying Tulsi was no. Tulsi went on The View and sat right next to Joy. That was hilarious. That's what I'm saying. She's a pit bull. Like, would you guys want to see Yang like that? Like, would you guys want to see Yang like with a sprinkle of Tulsi in there? I don't know. He's so quick with it. He's quick on his feet, and he's, you know what I mean? Like, I think he could do it. But I when I say things like that, a lot of times in the comment section, I'll get no, humanity first. So I get it. I believe Bernie will not win, and all the other frontrunner supporters will stack on top of Trump supporters. I'll be honest. I think Bernie would have a shot of beating Donald Trump. He's a shot. I believe Andrew Yang is a for sure win. If Yang got through, he would absolutely win. I think Tulsi would absolutely win, and I think Bernie would have a shot. I don't think anybody else would beat Donald Trump. I'm not saying Bernie's 100%. I think he has a shot though, because he does get people out there to vote. He energizes the base very often. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But there's people that absolutely hate him and would not vote for him. There are some people that wouldn't vote. Yeah, what was it, like 2 people in there at his rally? I don't know why. Bloomberg, Deval Patrick, the audacity, the nerve of you to think like, I'm going to come in there now and people are going to vote for me. Like, are you kidding me? Who do you think you are? I have seen the movie Idiocracy. Throwback. That was a good movie. Amy's doing better than what she thought she would be doing at this time. So I don't think she's going to be the next person to drop out. I really don't. I see Kamala Harris dropping out before Amy. I really do. Bernie voice stresses me out. He sounds what's that guy's name? Larry David. He reminds me of Larry David from Seinfeld. I think that's his name, Larry David. Yeah, if Bernie doesn't make it, he's gonna sit down. Like, there's gonna have to be a choice at some point. Like, somebody's gonna have to sit down. Like, if it's Warren or Bernie's gonna have to sit down. They're just gonna have to. Yep. Idiocracy was a good movie. Scary but good movie. Did Matt just call my eyes pretty? Oh, shit. Wow. But yeah, Yang's not in. Tulsi and Yang are the only 2 choices. Other than that, I'm most likely not voting. I did when I got the community tab. That was literally Matt Dissel. That was literally my first post in the community tab. I said, if the candidate of your choice doesn't get through, are you A, going to vote for blue no matter what, B, not vote at all, or C, vote for Trump and not vote at all, won by a landslide. So that says a lot. Like, if Yang doesn't get through, a lot of people aren't even going to vote. But I just got through watching something. David Pakman was talking to Jimmy Dore, and they went at it because Jimmy Dore said, "Yo, I'm not voting for Biden no matter what." And David Pakman was like trying to convince him to vote for Biden or whatever. And it's that lesser of two evils bullshit that I feel a candidate has to earn your vote. Like, I don't know. I'm not mad at Jimmy. Booker might not even make it to the December. Well, Booker's Yang Gang on the low, so just being stubborn at this point. If we could do that, Men in Black mind erase and start over, Yang in the landslide. I think you're right. You gotta remember, a lot of Bernie supporters are jaded from the last time. They are jaded, very, very jaded. About Yang firing a female for unequal pay. I saw something about that, but I didn't speak on it because I make sure I do my research thoroughly before, because once it's up on YouTube, it's up on YouTube. And you will be reminded of that. I read that like in passing, and I got to read more into it. But it doesn't sound true. If Yang does not make it, I'm probably not going to vote. That doesn't surprise me. I think it was like 57% in that poll said they wouldn't even bother voting. Did you guys raise 75K? Tom he didn't do a stream this Tuesday, or else I would have been on it. And if he did do a stream, then he did it at a different time. He didn't tell me. So the last I checked, and that was like last week, it was like 56K. So we hit past the 50. It was 56K. We probably hit the 75. I'm guessing it's been some days since we probably hit the 75. And I am in the running to talk to Andrew Yang. I know it's Kai and Paget. They're for sure on there. And Tom from Nerds from Yang is going to host it. Me and two other people that hit enough where we're in that running to talk to Yang. I don't know how he's going to it's going to be randomized or whatever, but because I think at the time I raised like $1,800 or something like that. So I'm in it to talk to Yang. I think that would be dope. Kamala's cackle enough to turn me on. Yeah, she's so fake. Like, she lost me with that elite shit. Like, I'm an elite candidate. Go somewhere with that bullshit. The smears are only going to get worse. Unfortunately, that's also a product of him becoming more relevant. Pac-Man is Bernie and Warren. I'm like, what the fuck, Warren? Yeah. I'm not a Warren fan. And what's crazy is in 2016, like, people wanted her to run. Like, people wanted Warren to run, and now she ran, and then we're like the bad taste in your mouth. Jermaine Johnson. That's that African-American guy. I didn't finish it. Once I finished it, I was going to talk to you about it. I started it, but I didn't finish it. I'll finish it tonight. Pac-Man doesn't seem to pay much attention to history. Yeah, he's in Canada. I think he's in Canada, right? He has a Medicare for all system he always brags about. She got paid less because she was not willing to relocate. That happens. That's business. You can do a Yang right in too. Tom doesn't like you. What did you do to Tom? What did you do to Tom? No, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Some writers trying to write well. Check the background. Let me see whatever. I'm not surprised. Fake news. Like, that fake news shit is real. Like, Trump saying it in the wrong context, but that fake news shit is absolutely real. I'm going down some people are saying MSC owns BuzzFeed. I wouldn't be surprised. $2 million looks doable by the end of tomorrow. NBC vested $400 million in the BuzzFeed. Doesn't surprise me. I forget to ask about making driving a right other people. If I talk to Yang, I will ask him about that, about making driving a right. How can you operate without driving? I mean, there's some places like New York because of the subway system. Like, I get it. There's some places where like you really don't need a car, but in Connecticut, if you don't have a car, you're fucked. Like, the buses run like on you will be late. Like, if you miss that bus, you will inevitably be late. You need a vehicle to do anything in Connecticut. Like, it should be all right. Someone polling single digits in November, December to get the nomination. That's not impossible. Yeah, Pac-Man. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I listened to some of his videos sometimes, but he's incredibly boring. Tell him straight up that he needs to be more aggressive when the time comes. He's got to get more aggressive. He's got to be more. And we saw shades of it when he was going back and forth with Warren in the fourth debate. You saw like he was starting to get more aggressive. QOP 13. Yeah, Matt just told me him and Tom don't get along. Being too awesome, I guess. Not sure what's up with Tom. I still watch his shit sometimes though. Tom's dope. I don't know. Tom's dope. But people are people. I can see him not liking somebody. But he didn't do a stream this Tuesday, I don't think. She wanted to go back to school and be with her boyfriend. Has anyone asked Yang about dual citizenship? People who pay American taxes but don't live in the U.S., will they get the $1,000 a month? That's a good question. We still have $800,000 to go. That's a lot. If you don't have a car, you don't have a lot. Yeah, if you don't have a car, you're hit. Driving should be a right. I wouldn't call Deborah. I wouldn't call AOC out on UBI. I just wouldn't. Her following is strong. Like, her following is strong. Don't. Like, okay, you can absolutely correct AOC on that. You can correct AOC on that and be like, yo, I disagree with her and here's why, etc. But she's one of the people I wouldn't be like aggressive with because her following is fucking strong. I think going that's like a Yang thought the field would have been more thinned out by now. It's hurting a bit. I thought it would be thinned out too. Like, I can't believe some of these people are still running. Like Booker, I like you now, but you gotta go. Amy, you gotta go. Kamala, you gotta go. And then we just added 2 more people. What the fuck? I should get people on the base stage. He needs to fact check people exactly and speak up over the moderators. Like, talk over them. Like, talk over them. What the fuck? He got down to fight. He's got to be more aggressive. People want to see that in a president. Like you don't take no shit. We need to figure out how to get journalists to talk about Yang's other politics. All they are is obsessed with UBI. Like, I dropped the video and it was like a CBS interview and it was like 6 minutes. And it was just like the guy was standing outside with Yang and he was like a list. He just went off of a list. And that list he went off is everything they ask him in every freaking interview. Nothing else. They always ask him that shit. So I said, if you want to know like the bare basics of what Yang is about, watch that CBS interview. And that shit did a decent amount of views on my channel too. So I think people legit did that. The future will be like Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Nobody owns a car. They just appear. I'm not going to lie to you. I've only seen Hot Tub Time Machine 1. And I saw it in the theaters, but I never saw part 2. Was it any good? Don't lie to me. Musk is making certain cars and brain implants. Musk is on to something. Pushed the podium and walked off like, fuck this debate. Yeah, 30 minutes. You didn't talk to that guy? Like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. OD disrespectful. Yo, they're disrespecting Yang. Like, Jimmy Kimmel disrespected Yang. They disrespected Yang. You didn't call on me for 30 fucking minutes? He would have dominated the cycles for weeks. You're right. Seeing when he's president and then lobbyists for trying to swing with money. He threatened his friends or family in harm's way. Better not be threatening anybody. I don't know. No one even bothers to look at her policies. They already know it's BS. Yeah, she's horrible, and she always acts like she nailed it afterwards. She's so like satisfied with her answers. I'm like, nobody's agreeing with you. Amy and Corey just used to block Yang at some point. Yeah, I know Amy's just being used to block Yang, and I think Corey may have in his mind like he thinks he can make it. Like in the movies, I don't think they're gonna threaten Yang or his family. It's important to watch opposition video. Bernie absolute donors. I watch everybody, whether it's Ben Shapiro, whether it's Steven Crowder, whether it's Cal Kalinske, whether it's David Pakman. I watch everybody because I need to know what the fuck they're talking about, and I sort of chew the meat and spit off the bones. You know what I mean? But I watch people that don't agree with me all the time. Contract to install the entire grid. I could see that happening, Josh. It's great to see your perspectives. Yeah, Matt. We should all go watch that the interview with Dr. Jackson after this. Andrew won't be aggressive ever, but the attention UBI would give for respectfully correcting her would be epic. Yeah, respect, exactly, Deborah. Respectfully correct her on it. But like, look, I just think she's got some couple things wrong, and I just want to clear it up, et cetera, et cetera. But I wouldn't be aggressive with her. Jumping up and down, waving his hands, as they call it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Like that. Yeah, Matt. See, you got it. Watch everyone because, you know, and I learned some things when I watched them too. I definitely learned some things. Yeah, that was disrespectful of them to not call on Yang. Dude came to somebody nobody knew 7 minutes ago, and look what he's done. Like, he's never been into politics, and look what he's done. Like, there should be a massive amount of tension on him right now. Like, people should be like, what the fuck? And maybe get some supporters to argue with it here. Here's the thing, like, you got to remember, I was Bernie before Yang. I was a pro Bernie supporter because 2016, etc. They aren't easily influenced. Like, you're not going to get most Bernie supporters to flip. Like, they are locked in. You can get a Biden supporter to flip. You can get a lot of supporters to flip. Bernie supporters are locked in. Dr. Johnson would be in an interview. I'm sorry for the misspell. What viral videos could Andrew make to bring attention to his campaign? Remember, I did a video that he should do something with Mr. Beast. They both give away money. Mr. Beast has like, what I have almost 2,000 subs. He like shits on that. Like, it's just a ridiculous amount. Like, if you did something with Mr. Beast or somebody like that, I think it would go viral for sure. Like Mr. Beast and Yang giving out money. Like, that would be dope. To be honest, I don't know who's really popular in California unless I watch Yang pass honk for Yang. I remember seeing that. Bill Maher gave Amy false hopes. Bill Maher went off the deep end. I'm completely done with that guy. You watched and commented on my videos when I was still for Bernie. Yeah, Matt. And it was a slow transition. It wasn't even like I just flipped like that. Really, what solidified it was talking to Russell from Grassroots Yang Gang. And like, not even in that interview, like outside of the interview, like we spoke often. And he was what put me over the edge. Bernie's still in my top 3. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'm always going to be up front. Bernie's still in my top 3. It's Yang, Tulsi, Bernie. He needs to go on Rogan again before the voting starts. He absolutely should go on Rogan again. I 100% agree. I can't watch or listen to others anymore. They sound so stale. They sound stale and they sound fake, like scripted. They sound scripted. Yeah, I've been saying from the start, Mr. B should do a collab. Yeah, man, that'd be dope. That would be dope. It would be on trending. I guarantee you it'd be on trending. It'd be on trending. It would trend on Twitter as well. I think Bill Maher, 25 mil. So Mr. Beast has 25 million subscribers. That is insane. That is insane. You thought I was going to be a skinny black dude with glasses. I was like, this dude look like Kimbo Slice. Yeah, I'm pretty jacked. I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I used to be like huge though. I used to be huge. And then I like just shed all that weight. No, I haven't spoken. Dude said Kimbo Slice. I haven't spoken with Dr. Johnson before, but I would love to. Just correcting you, bad bro. Trying to get. We're hearing Yang correct AOC. Would get new listeners who are undecided. Yeah. You would get those new undecided listeners. Why was Bernie having dinner with Michael Weinstein? I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't know. Bill Maher has a blind spot for Yang because he probably doesn't think he can win. He's in that bubble. He doesn't think he can win. Yang has a shot. Yang can win this. He has a shot. He just needs more people to drop out. Like they shouldn't have been as long as they have been. And Biden should have been dropping a lot faster, but he's not. And it's bothering me. But Biden has the default vote. Matt, let me tell you, when I go to the barbershop, it's full of African Americans, right? And I always talk to them about politics. And there's a lot of default voters in there that are for Biden, man. And I don't get it. And I talk to them, and it's like they don't have like a vested interest in politics. I think it's like they might have felt let down or that no politician is ever going to be for them. And so they're just like, Biden, which means they're like not watching shit like that. They're not watching political channels. They're not watching this shit. You know what I mean? They're not doing research. You know, Biden's got to go. Biden has got to drop. And I just feel like my theory was like the people that are for like the Amy's and the Corys and people like them aren't for the big, right? They made a conscientious choice to not go for the big three. I could see them going for somebody like a Yang. Anyone bet on Yang to take all the odds was plus 2,000. Damn. I think Yang does at a time. Hard for Yang because he doesn't respond to these critiques, and it leaves it up to us to defend his policies. Yeah. I'm defending Yang all the time. If everyone keeps saying he can't win, it's a problem, and they're persuading people not to look at him. Yeah, because like when Kimmel did it, like there were some people that booed, but then there were some people that like laughed. They laughed it off or whatever, and they like just might look at him like a joke. You know what I mean? But he's a serious contender. Like, dude is running for president of the United States. Bill Maher just wants to beat 45. He's insane about Dems losing, so he's gonna for the safe candidate. But his safe candidate is going to lose. Like he's cool with, like, oh, Amy Klobuchar, she can win. Like, look, Donald Trump would obliterate Amy Klobuchar. Obliterate. It wouldn't even be close. Biden's so old, he invented debt. His brain is melting. Like I really think he's on a cognitive decline. Like legit. Yeah, Trump broke Bill Maher. Yeah, Trump broke Bill Maher. But you got to remember, there's 2-time Obama voters that voted for Donald Trump. Like, dude went to the Rust Belt. He run the Rust Belt. Hillary Clinton didn't give a fuck. Like, there's some people, even to this day, he's got, like, hardcore supporters. Everyone in his base is going to come out and vote. That's what's scary. Everyone in his base is going to come out and vote. Everyone. So the Dems got to get a candidate that is going to get everyone to come out. But even in this chat right now, we've said to each other, we've said to each other, if our candidate doesn't get in, I'm not going to come out and vote. But every Trump voter will come out and vote. I'm telling you right now. Why is Pleat climbing in the closer? I don't get it. Because he's like the media darling right now. He gets nothing but positive press on all the outlets. So, for people that are politically inept, and they see this, to them, it creates the idea that this guy is doing well and is going far. And then it starts to reflect that in the polls. And then they don't call him out on things like pretending to get black leader vote. They just let that rock. That's why it makes me crazy that his commercials don't ask for a donation. Even $1 could get. Yeah. I ask for donations in every single one of my videos. Yang should do the same. Amy's just a distraction so people don't look at Yang at the same time he was raising. She is a distraction. And she shit on him. I dropped a video of her talking shit. She was saying Yang was trying to buy votes. So I'm not a Klobuchar fan. Amy made her supporters stand in a blizzard to announce her running. I never vote for anyone that inconsiderate. Yeah, I hate snow. And I have a sports car. I have a sports car. It's a coupe. And you wouldn't catch me dead going out in the snow. She should have switched that day. Amy doesn't stand for anything. She's just the status quo. She just is. She's not going to change much of anything. The other world, yeah, the world is watching. In other countries are saying I wish I could vote for an Andrew Yang. Yeah, I've seen that. Trump needs to win if we put another Democrat. That's not our own. It might end up being 8 years. No way. Yeah. I know people that are saying if Yang doesn't get in and stuff like that, fuck it, 4 years of Trump, learn your lesson type shit. So they did the same thing back. They were saying the same thing back in 2016 when Bernie was running. If you don't vote for Bernie, you deserve to have some Trump. I heard people saying that too. If Yang doesn't get through, you deserve to then have another 4 years of Trump because clearly you ain't learned your lesson yet. If Yang doesn't win, I'll vote Trump despite the DNC. I know people that said that. I don't know how honest they're being, but I've known people that said that. Pete's a problem. People saying they're confused. They should vote for Yang or Pete because their policy and speeches are the same. So he's just reflecting Yang. Is Pete for UBI? No, Pete's not for UBI. But Pete's fake. I don't understand how anyone can look at Pete Buttigieg and be like, this guy's authentic. He seems like a robot to me. He doesn't seem real. Is it just me? Is it really just me? Because I feel like he is a robot. I can't fall in line with the DNC. I refuse to fall in line with the DNC. She is the I need to see the manager meme. Amy Klobuchar is. She's the type that comes in and goes, I need to speak to a manager. And I'm like, hold on. And I do a spin and it's me. And then she's all like, meh. She's all miffed. I legit get that a lot. Can I speak to the manager? I am the manager. What do you want? Yang should have called him out by now for talking about UBI on CNN and laughing about it on stage. Yeah, I remember that. Kamala and Pete laughed at it on stage. But admittedly, the media covered it correctly. The media, from what I saw, covered it y'all laughing at this, but UBI is actually pretty dope. I think a lot of media covered it like that. Democrats are still bashing Republicans. Weren't bashing Bush 3 to 4 years after he left office. It's a weird trend because the Republicans fall in line incredibly easily. They fell in line with Trump too. They're not gonna bash Bush. Republicans will never bash Bush. This is not how they operate. They fall in line. Even if he's wrong, they're not gonna tell you he's wrong. They're gonna pretend he was absolutely 100% correct, and they're gonna do the same thing with Trump. They might talk about his mean tweets. That's about it. They're not going to bash Bush. They're not going to ever bash another Republican president. That's not how they work. Yang or bust. Yeah, I've been saying that. Is it possible for Yang to be Trump's VP? That sounds like a show I'd watch. She spoke for 45 minutes in a blizzard. But shame on those people for going to Amy Klobuchar at the same time. Like, really? I would only go out to vote for if Yang or Tulsi win. And Bernie is the nominee. I really don't want Bernie to be president. Wow, you really don't fuck with Bernie. You know what? You don't have to. And this is what I always tell Yang Gang. Like, if you don't like Bernie Sanders, cool. You don't have to like Bernie. But I try not to like Yang Gang Bernie. Whenever I see like Bernie bros trying to bash Yang Gang, I get at their neck. And I do the same thing with like Yang Gang. I get at their neck because I don't think Bernie, because like do you guys remember, I covered it on the channel too. Bernie was like on the Hill riding and he was talking to Crystal and he was like, I got a lot of, respect for Bernie. I love the spirit of Bernie. It was really positive Bernie. And I'm like, yo, Andrew really digs Bernie. He kind of said the same thing on Hot 97 not to the same degree, but I know like Yang likes Bernie. And so like I see Yang Gang like, fuck Bernie Sanders supporters. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yo, get the fuck off of Yang Gang's neck. Like, I just feel like those two are the last people should be fighting. Like, if you told me Warren supporters, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. If you told me Pete supporters, that makes sense. It's just weird, like, to see the Bernie supporters and the Yang Gang fighting. I feel like they're offsets of each other. He's a robot. Yeah, he is a robot. He left at Yang's UBI, 10 families hanging. Those families that Yang did the UBI for, I guarantee are doing backflips right now. Pete plagiarized Yang's entire stump speech. I'll see CNN and talk about UBI. Now he never brings it up. I don't trust his ass. I don't trust Pete at all. Pete has a lot of female because he's good looking. He don't swing that way, so shoot and a miss. Bernie's cool. Yeah, I think Bernie's cool. It's clear Warren's the chosen one. I think Warren to get destroyed on that stage. Make people think he's a gay. Andrew, keep the status quo. What are you? He got Nina Turner on his team. That shows he trusts black people speaking out for him. Nina Turner's no joke. I still remember like a couple weeks ago, she went on there and she was talking about there's a lot of imitations. Like it was smart to get her on his team for sure. MSNBC really wants Warren to win. Yes, they really want Warren to win. They do. They really want her to win. They absolutely do. You're right. I was already Bernie in 2020. I found out about Yang in April. Bad for me. I got you. Bernie's health is questionable. We don't know. Joe Biden's health is questionable. I think since Bernie got the stents, he's actually like in better shape than he was before, for being honest. But Biden's like deteriorating. I really think he is. But Bernie is pretty old. I think he's the oldest out of the people running. Yang president, Bernie VP, and Tulsi Secretary of Defense. I could dig that. I do dig that. Bernie was my guy in 2020. Yeah. Vote for Andrew 2020. Don't be too hard on. Like, if you don't like fuck with his policies, that's fine. Like, that's what it's all about. But like, I just don't think he's a bad guy. Like, he's cool peoples. We've moved on. You know, we'll need to Turner vote for Yang if Bernie loses. I think she absolutely would vote for Yang if Bernie lost. If Bernie lost, I think she would vote for an Andrew Yang. I think she would. I really do. I don't know if I'm not saying Bernie would vote for Yang, but I think Nina Turner would vote for Yang. Women want what they can't have with Pete. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I see that. I can see that. I mean, like I said, if you took Pete and made him go back a couple of years ago, he would be like the typical president. Like, he fits that mold. Besides the gay part, I don't know how they would have responded back then. Remember, Hillary Clinton was against like gay marriage for the longest time. So like, yes, look wise and the way he carries himself, yeah, he would have been that president. But once they found out that he was gay, I don't know if they would still support him the way they do now. Okay, the thing that got me raging was AOC on a mystery, and I'm out. Yeah. AOC, she got it wrong. She needs to be corrected. My problem with Bernie supporters is they come in our stuff and attack, which is part of the problem. You're right. You're right. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Bernie supporters have attacked me too when I was pro Bernie. I've been attacked by Bernie supporters, but I have been attacked by Yang Gang too. Like I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. Like I've been attacked by Yang Gang too. Like I see it. I like it's happened to me too. So like I've come to the realization that they're idiots in all parties. In all parties. Bernie seems way better with the stint, but he did have a heart attack. It's a head scratcher. He is better with the stint, technically. But at the same time, he's up there. Like, can Bernie run for 8 years after this? Like, let's be honest. Like, can Bernie do another 8 years? Like, I don't know. Bernie devotees are rude when they see my Yang Gang signage. Militant people. They are. And I think it's because they're jaded. I think it's because no, not all Trump people are nice. No, I've come across some mean Trump people, but I've also come across some good Trump people. You know what I've come across? Misinformed Trump people. They're nice, but they just don't have all the info. And when you tell them, they're like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What would happen if Bernie had another hospitalization between now and Super Tuesday? He's done. He would drop out. Would he endorse Yang? It'd be between Warren and Yang. Patchett would be Yang's secretary on Twitter. She goes hard. When I see how big her channel is and what she does, and I'm like, damn, I wonder if my channel will ever get there. But I said the same thing when I had 500 subscribers, and now I'm almost at 2, so I'll get there. She goes hard for Yang. So does Kai. 45 gives MSNBC good ratings. Yeah. Pete, he steals Yang's. Yang needs to go after. That's why I said he needs to be a little more aggressive. He needs to go after Pete. He needs to go after Pete and hammer him. And if it's a contest, if they're going back and forth, trying to be more witty, Yang's going to win that every single time. I didn't know if you're going to interview with Yang. Are you going to tell him straight out that he needs to be more aggressive? Yes, Tom. I will tell Yang that he needs to be more direct and aggressive. I will absolutely tell him that. What he does with that information is on him. But I will tell him, I'm like, look, this is what I think you need to do for a lot of your supporters are saying you need to do. Was attacked by Bernie supporters. It was horrible. Bernie supporters attacked me too while I was pro Bernie. I've been there. I was pro Bernie. When I was pro Bernie, I was doing different videos on my channel. Matt can attest to this because Matt was looking at my channel back then. And like, if I do something about somebody else, about Tosi, about Yang, like they would come at my neck. I'm like, I don't know if you're pro Bernie because you're covering this. I'm like, I'm covering everybody. It's the news. So no, I've been there. Biden and Warren are mentally slow due to age. Biden has the old man's rage. Yeah, he has that old man's like when he's going through a sentence and he goes, never mind. You know what I mean. No, we don't. We need you to finish your sentence, Biden. I think Yang would welcome Nina easily. If he was a smart man, which he is, he would. Yo, we all go hard for Yang, dude. Absolutely. Hillary, Ronnie Clinton, Obama had to be against gay marriage until the second term. But see, that makes me so like they had to be against it. Like that's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame that you had to be against gay marriage. But you know, somebody who was for gay marriage, who was for gays having equal rights since the beginning, Bernie Sanders. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude's not a bad guy. That's why he's in my top 3. I just don't like that federal jobs guarantee shit. Pete looks like a mouse. Yeah, he does look like a mouse. I wonder how much ranked choice voting would change these conversations immensely. Does Yang believe in ranked choice voting? I think he does. I'm almost sure he said something like that in one of his interviews. You're right. Bernie doesn't correct his devotees. But I've been attacked. Yo, I'm telling you, I've been attacked by today. I'm not lying. Today I was attacked, and yesterday I was attacked by people in Yang Gang. They were saying I'm not really Yang Gang. Swear to God, kid you not. Today and yesterday, one dude stuck up for me. What's his name? Dude stuck up for me. I'll find it. But yeah, I've been attacked by both parties. He's milking the dedication. I don't blame. Yeah, the internet is tribal. Yang Gang freaks out on me sometimes. I'm like, dude, I've been, yeah, like that's literally happened to me. And I'm like, Josh Rick, number 1, Yang, number 2, Bernie, 3, Tulsi, 4, Warren. Yang scored a 1220 on the SAT at the age of 12. He's literally top 0.5% of intellectuals in the country. Yeah, he's a smart dude. Like, smart dude. So I'm going to shout out the dude that defended me in the comment section. Because there was literally someone on my channel saying, like, I don't believe you're actually Yang. I think you're not real and a whole bunch of other shit. It was just like really weird. And he defended me. You've probably seen him in my comment section. In Iowa speech, I noticed that Warren hugged Yang. Seriously, it seems like everyone likes Yang. Yeah, everyone likes Yang. How can you not like him? Like, what does he do to make you not like him? Chris Baker. You can't even see that. Defended me from somebody that came in the comment section saying I wasn't actually Yang Gang. Gluteus latest vid about how Yang could cost MSNBC billions is well worth the watch. Less about Yang, more about how Trump is big time money for MSNBC. Yeah, they love talking about him because they know people are going to tune in to see like what hateful shit they're going to say about him. Some reverse mind hackers are not Yang Gang and call you not Yang Gang. You're right. That could be it too. I'm like, dude, my entire channel was dedicated to it. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, Yang voted ranked choice voting in New York. Yeah. Okay. Because and I think he mentioned it in a Hot 97 interview. Yang said he talked to MLK's son that he agrees with guaranteed income. How can you be against that? Tulsi's fine, but there can only be one. Got to be Yang. Matt Dizzle. Chris Baker's the homie. Yeah, Chris Baker came to my defense. Like, the dude was like, I see through you and all this other. It was like really weird too. And Chris Baker was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, he's been doing this, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Andy Rain One. Appreciate that. Yeah, Chris Baker's a good dude too. If how many people here would say, I don't know, if Yang fell and Tulsi rose, would anybody in here vote for Tulsi for president? I'm curious. I think she could beat Trump. I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, I don't think she's gonna surpass Yang, but I'm more and more Tulsi favorable these days. Not above Yang, but just I got a lot of respect for her. QOP13 said no. The media hates her too much. They hate, and it's weird because usually when you're in the military, they will coddle you a bit. Do you know what I mean? They will coddle you, but they hate her to the point where it doesn't matter what she's done. They will never support her the way they actually should be. Tulsi has a crazy religious cult thing going on. Look it up. What do you mean? Don't send me to no creepypasta shit. It's like 1:55 in the morning. A cult? Like, are you saying her fans are cult-like, or she's in some religious cult? Pissed me off when Booker picked Yang up and interrupted his Dippy interview. I didn't see that. Are you the only one that has a small crush on Tulsi? Don't let Nico House hear this. He will come for your neck. Dude really wants to get busy with Tulsi. Tulsi's a beautiful woman. It's obvious and it's blatant. She's a beautiful woman. She's intelligent. I mean, who wouldn't like a Tulsi Gabbard? Like, No, it's not weird that you have a small crush on Tulsi. I would love it if Bernie picked Tulsi for VP. I actually think he would. I 100% think Bernie Sanders would pick Tulsi Gabbard for his VP. 100%. Fox News is becoming pro Pete. Fox News is pro Yang too. They fuck with Yang. When MSNBC like fucked up, I dropped that video. They forgot him 15 times. And I think Matt commented in that video too. Matt Dizzle commented in that video too. Fox News called him out. I first saw it from Fox News about MSNBC fucking up. And then I saw on like some of the left-wing stations. Is it cult because it's not a regular religion? Yeah, we need answers on this. This is my first time hearing this. What do you see 30 mil fourth quarter doing for Yang's mainstream media coverage? 30 mil is a lot of money. 30 mil is a lot of money. It's a lot. But even that isn't enough when you compare it to Bloomberg. He dropped like 34 mil. He dropped 34 mil worth of ads alone. So even that 30 mil for Yang would be incredible, but he still wouldn't be the candidate like dropping, the most amount of able to drop the most amount of money for the shit he needs to do. But no way he's sending 30 mil. I don't think he's hitting 30 mil either. I think he can hit 19, 20. We're going to be short of 20. Josh is thinking just what I'm thinking. I said 19, 20. He's going to be, which is incredible. That should be talked about. Dude was never in politics. Dude was in Venture for America. Decided I'm going to be president and is just short of $20 million fourth quarter. What? People should be in awe. But she could probably get Yang as her VP and win. I don't know, man. People, they hate her a lot. Hashtag Mr. Beast for Yang. Anyone? Make that hashtag go. I tried to do a hashtag the last video. It didn't take off when I did that Mr. Beast video. Bernie is too old, man. Yeah, Bernie's up there. He's up there. I don't think he can do 8 years. Bernie might come in for 4 years, and that's it. Bloomberg doesn't compare to the personal tough Yang has delivered all his campaign. Exactly. Yang's been grinding the whole time. That's when people like Bloomberg jump in. I'm like, yo, you're mad late. Nobody wants to hear from you. If he wins the election, that man's 80 years. That's what I said. He can't do. I think 4 years tops. Okay, read my lips, Tulsi. Yeah, I dig Tulsi. What are your thoughts on Killer Mike being skeptical of Yang? Well, Killer Mike has always been Bernie, so that doesn't surprise me. But I think Yang needs to have a sit down with Killer Mike. I know that can happen, and talk to him. And I don't think Killer Mike would say like, okay, I'm no longer Bernie, because he's sort of been dedicated for Bernie for a long time. But I think he would say Yang's my number 2 or something like that. Fuck Bloomberg. Yeah, fuck Bloomberg. Yang will be everyone's first pick for VP for sure. 100%. Her religion, probably not Christian though. What is her religion? Like, what is she really in a cult? He will use it wise. That's like no shit. I have zero interest in Yang as VP, president or bust. I hear what you're saying, but say Yang doesn't get it. I think somebody would still try to pick him up as VP. If she's VP to Yang, she will be first woman president. Yeah, you know what? When I first saw Tulsi, I thought she had a good shot to be the first. He needs new donations. I don't know why Bernie waited so long to run. Killer Mike is a skeptical dude. I don't think he has anything to do with Yang personally. He's loyal. That's why I said if him and Yang sat down, I know by the end he would fuck with Yang. He would like Andrew Yang for sure. I just don't think he would like denounce Bernie. Bernie should have ran in the 80s. He wouldn't have won in the 80s. He wouldn't have won. He would have been demolished. Killer Mike would totally take the interview. That alone would say something. Exactly. He would do the interview. I know he would, and he'd sit down and they'd have a good time and make it like a 45 or hour minute interview. I'd watch it. I'd cover it, and at the end, like I can see Killer Mike saying, like, "Yo, I fuck with you. Like, you're awesome." But I don't think he'd denounce Bernie. Bernie's health is destabilizing, but so is Biden's. I think Yang only accepted the VP position with a full commitment to UBI. Yo, I don't know how UBI. I would have been on that shit. Like if I was running for president, I was like, yeah, fuck with UBI. Dr. Jermaine Johnson arranged a meeting with Yang and Killer Mike. Holy shit, that's dope. Let me know when that's happening. I would watch that, Matt. She's Hindu? Tulsi Gabbard's Hindu? Once people hear UBI, we passed in the 60s, it would freaking vote. If Yang is elected, he'll be age 46. He will be the 46th president. I don't know if I like that. Is Yang left-handed? Don't we have like an unusual amount of left-handed presidents? Who's left-handed in this that's running right now? I'm serious. Somebody find out who's left-handed that's running. They have a really good shot. It's weird at the amount of left-handed people we've had. We need to educate the poorly educated. You're right. And I say that especially with minorities. Like, everything's at our fingertips. Like, everything's at our fingertips. We can look up everything. But you got to watch you just can't watch like one person and be like, oh, I got it all figured out. Like, you really got to like do some research and then make a decision. Killer Mike has to act tough to keep his image. I don't think he's tough at all. Like, I don't know. When I see him, like, I don't think he's a tough guy. I hope he doesn't think he's a tough guy. Closely follow some cult leader named Chris Butler. YouTube that shit. Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? Like he's going to make them drink like the fucking Kool-Aid with cyanide in it type shit? She's half Indian, bro. What ain't tan from surfing? You're right. She is half Indian, which is fine. But that cult shit I got to find out about. Steyer's left-handed. See? Listen, we have an unusual amount because the amount of left-handed people in general that exist is minuscule in comparison to right-handed people. So to have that many left-handed presidents says a lot. Like, look that shit up. I'm not making it up. Tulsi is the first practicing Hindu and the first Samoan American member of Congress. See, I knew she was Samoan. I didn't know about the Hindu part. That is interesting. Do you guys think that's also why they hate her? Be honest. Gabbard embraced the Hindu faith as a teenager. No biggie. Yeah, it's not a big deal to me. Her father and mother were in a cult in Hawaii. So you're really going to have me up at 2 o'clock in the morning looking this shit up? It's Yang, Tulsi, or bust. Yang, Tulsi, 4 more years of hell. See, you fit that narrative I was talking about. Like, there are people that if Yang doesn't get through, they are not going to vote. So, not sure if she's still practicing. The fact that I didn't hear about this till right now, I mean, cult is a word that gets flung around a lot to the point where it's lost some meaning. That's why I was asking Josh, like, is it like a cult in the way that I'm thinking, or what? Freedom of religion. Yeah. I mean, Yang Gang gets called a cult. They do get called a cult. They're not a cult, though. Do it, man. Look it up. It's a legit cult. All right. I'm going to look it up with all the lights on and shit. No one like crazy cult shit popping up. It's going to be in my Google fucking search box. I think it's literally anti-military industrial complex. Yeah, they smear the fuck out of Tulsi. Like that whole Assad apologist, and they really hate that woman. Mitt Romney grew up in a cult compared to your traditional WASP upbringing. I did know that. I think she's not Christian. See, the fact that if they're bothered that she's not a Christian that just makes me want to say fuck you. Like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? Yo, whatever your religion is, great. Keep that shit to yourself. That's not what I care about when I'm looking for a political leader. I don't care about their religion. I care about their policies. What are you going to do for me? How are you going to help my everyday life better? I don't give a fuck if you're Christian. Pat Robinson's a Christian. I think he's loony. I grew up Christian. But when I turn on the TV and I see Pat Robinson and all these, like, stop. Being Christian doesn't mean shit. I don't care what her religion is, if we're being honest. But if that's why they're trying to keep her down, then that's horrible. I'm a hardcore atheist, but her past is a little shady. See, I gotta look that up. Yeah, Pat Robinson is wild, yo. Like, I've seen him say some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. Marianne had her cult consciousness. It's not any different when mainstream Christianity. Whatever helps one get through the war zone. Marianne Williamson she didn't get shown any love. Not like Marianne. She schooled David Rubin. Rave Dubin. How do we know those articles are not fake? That's what I'm saying. Like, where do they come from? It's crazy how our empire and dominance through force driven our government. Yeah. Religion should be personal. Religion's personal. It should be personal. It should be personal. I don't care. I don't care if Bernie's Jewish. I don't care if Tulsi is Christian or not, or Hindu. Like, I really don't care. I want to know how you're going to lead this country. Yang only practices because of Evelyn. He's lucky to have her. Like, I can tell, like, he is, like, in love. Like, what love is, Yang is in that for Evelyn, for sure. Him and Tulsi are pretty cool, though. Like, I'm just saying this. I'm not saying there's anything, because obviously there's not anything. But when I see, like, pictures of them, like, chilling next to each other, I'm like, that's cute. I could totally see them as a couple. I'm not saying that's what it is or that's what's happening, but they do look good together. I don't understand why they care so much about religion. Look at all those people following Trump. Are you serious? Yeah, well, Trump claims to be a Christian. Christian, right? Catholic Christian. You watch the doco on Netflix, The Family. That shit is terrifying. I'm not watching that tonight. And the thing is, I love watching scary movies. But I'm not doing it at night. I live by myself. Like, it's literally just me. 150 religions. There's more than 150 religions. There's, like, wasn't it like 9,000 religions or something like that? Number one rule is to love one another and praise only one God. Right. Yeah. As if 45 is a believer. Like, I don't believe it. Or maybe he has, I don't know. I think Yang could bring some of that back by restoring some trust and civility. Yeah. Like, journalists write articles and people treat as facts. These are high chance that's made up. Yeah, it could very well be made up. I've read literal, like, articles that. Yeah, there's literally thousands of religions. I thought there was, like, the last time I checked, like, 9,000 religions. Like, there was, like, a quote I had read, and it said, what's the difference between, like, a Christian and an atheist? And it was, a Christian doesn't believe in 8,999 religions, and an atheist doesn't believe in 9,000. There are literally thousands upon thousands of religions. So, like, come on, man. Nah, man, it ain't a scary movie. It's a doco show that shows certain faith has gotten in power in the U.S. government. Yeah, it's scary. Isn't church and state supposed to be separate? I love Marianne a lot. She's advanced. I'm okay, advanced. She is advanced. She didn't get the kind of respect she deserved. She really didn't. I think she's put out a tweet or something. Was it the last debate or the one before that? She was like, miss me? Miss me yet? She did have, like, you know what it was? And I watched a lot of, like, the left-wing YouTubers talk about it. They were like, She kind of seemed like a flower child. You know what I mean? Like they thought she had like sort of like a hippie feel to her. So like they didn't really take her serious. But if you listen to her talk and you listen to the things she was saying, yeah. And I think she was like one of the people that was for reparations or something, even though I don't think reparations will ever happen. Like, just don't ask for it. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I like to smoke herb with Marianne and Tommy Chong. You'd be zooted. Oh, man, you'd be done. They probably got some good shit. I kind of suspect Yang saying he's close to Biden rather than Tulsi for obvious reasons. Media would make up fake scandal in their relationship. Exactly. I do think that because I've seen people say stuff like, oh, they would look good together and stuff like that. Like, oh, they look cute together. And they do look like if you were to just like take Tulsi, take Yang, don't know who they are, and put a picture of them together, somebody would say that's a cute couple. So it was smart of Yang to do that. Seeing Yang's devotion to Evelyn is like how kids feel secure to see parents and love. Yeah, like Yang really loves Evelyn. Like that is true love. Shouldn't we fight for reparations even if they won't pass? You need to figure out how you implement reparations. Like, what do you mean? Like every African American get a set amount of money? Like when somebody comes up with how it'll work, fight for it 100%. But I have yet to see anybody say any kind of way that it would correctly work for everybody. I have yet to see. You had Cory Booker talking about baby bonds and shit like that. No. When somebody has a legit way where it could work, let's go for it. And it doesn't even poll high right now. It really doesn't. That's another reason why nobody's really running on it. Hypothetical, don't at me. If Yang doesn't get the nomination, what's his next move? Immediately announce for 2024? Does someone new step up and run on UBI platform? If so, who? I don't think anybody would run on UBI if Yang didn't get through. I am so serious. Maybe Tulsi. But if Yang didn't get through, I don't know how easy it would be for Tulsi to get through. But I don't see anybody else going UBI. I wish Bernie was pro UBI. I really do. We don't realize that sanctions are an act of war. Media doesn't tell us this. We don't realize half what's going on. We're having a war. We're dropping bombs in 8 different countries right now. Like legit. Do you think reparations would cause more division in the country? 100%. I do. I think 100%. Unfortunately, but I think it would. I think there would be a lot of people talking shit. And I'm not saying I'm not for reparations. I'm just saying stop asking for reparations until you figure out a way to put it out. And like, I need to know how's it going to work. And I don't mean by baby bonds. Like Corey lied about how he would do reparations. Kamala lied about how she would do reparations. Like, and when they asked Bernie about it, like he didn't have an answer of how he would put out reparations. So you wrote a book on reparations? Come on. I'm going to read that. I'll buy it. You put it on Amazon, Matt? I'll buy it. But yeah, so I'm not saying I'm not for reparations. I'm for it. I just need to know how you're going to implement it. Don't make us imagine Yang not winning the nomination. Seriously. She spoke establishment corruption truth, so they had to minimize her voice about. They minimized the fuck out of her. They hate that woman, which makes me like her even more because she I haven't seen her break yet or get real bothered. I'm pretty sure the cameras aren't on. She does because she's human. Yang offers a true start to real solutions. Yeah, that automation shit. I was talking to my mom about that. I was talking to my mom about that. I was in Stop and Shop. I say this in a couple of my videos, and they let people go, and they made a robot named Marty that goes up and down the aisles. Those are people's jobs for that robot. And Yang was one of the only people talking about this automation shit. No, my question is, in the next election in 2024, would someone run on UBI? Not this election. Yang running again? If they're smart, they would. In 2024, I would. If I was running for president tomorrow or 2024, I would run on UBI. Second term, fight for reparations. First term, forget it. Second term, fight. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Deborah. Toasty looks like a beauty queen. She's gorgeous. She's drop dead gorgeous. She's drop dead gorgeous. Why do you think Yang isn't polling very well in African American community? You think polls are wrong? All right, so I got through talking to Fred the Felon 2 days ago, right? Because we added each other on Twitter. And for that matter, you guys reach out to Tom from Nerds for Yang and reach out to Paget. Neither of them added me on Twitter. Like, are you kidding me? They need to add me on Twitter. Seriously. But Fred the Felon added me on Twitter, and we spoke privately on the phone. And he was asking me why African Americans aren't going for Yang. And part of it is, I think the political interest is low right now. I think they don't think any of these candidates are really fucking with them, like, to be completely honest. Older black voters are defaulted right now into Joe Biden. I mean, this is all anecdotal, but I speak to African American voters all the time. They're defaulted for Biden, right? And it's that Obama. It has nothing to do with policy, nothing to do with him being a good guy. It's that Obama connection that was there. And younger voters, African American voters, are really going for Bernie because of the college, what Bernie's trying to do with college, and that Medicare for all thing that Bernie kept shouting. They would go for Yang. African Americans would go for Yang if he was out there more. When I ask African Americans about Andrew Yang, I'm not joking, they don't know who he is. And then I put him on to who he is. 2 weeks ago, I spoke to a guy for my job. People come from all over and they train. And everybody in that group was African American, just happened to be African American this time. And none of them knew who Andrew Yang was. And I told them I had a political channel, and they, went on there and saw it, and they got educated on Yang, but none of them had any idea. And so I think that's one of the biggest issues is they don't know who he is. And that's tough. Yep, includes. I'm gonna read that, Matt. Matt Dizzo. I'll legit buy that book. You might kill it on a debate stage. Man, if I was on that debate stage, I'd break all the rules. I would break all the rules on that stage. I'd call people out. I'd talk over the mods. I'd break all the rules if I was on that debate stage. And you can dig up whatever you want from my past. Yeah, I had a political channel. What's up? I would break all the rules. I wouldn't be Mr. Nice. I'd be nice, but if you fuck me over, I'm calling you out. And don't get tough because you can't see me after when we're just doing this channels. Oh, like when we get off stage, you're not going to see me. So I don't know. I don't know if you want me on stage. I think there's a lot of overlap in the respective media circles between Yang's current base and the black communities at large. Very different media circles. Many still don't know who he is yet. Josh, you just said what I said. Yeah, they don't know who he is. So right now, the younger African Americans that are into politics, that are, politically woke right now, the younger African American voters are for Bernie, and the older African American voters have set themselves to be for Biden default. If we were to ask them about policies and go up and down policies, they couldn't tell you a damn thing, but they're defaulted on Biden. And so we really have to educate them and, really talk to them. And Yang has to do, look, I'm just going to say it. Do you remember when Hillary Clinton was, she went on the Breakfast Club and she pulled out hot sauce from her pocketbook? Do you guys remember that? And they said, "Oh, you're pandering." And she's like, "Yeah, I am." Is it working? I don't know. You know how you can get African Americans to vote for Yang? If Chadwick would co-signed Andrew Yang, like Black Panther co-signed Andrew Yang or something like that. I don't know. He's got to get known. They got to know who he is. But people pander all the time, and in some instances it works, which annoys me. I get the same with middle-aged white people in the Midwest. One woman thought he was a congressman from Texas. Jesus, see? I need to notice Latino community is easily convinced once you tell them who yeah, I've my yo hablo mucho español y tú. My Latin friends, they dig Yang. When I talk to them about Yang, they dig it. They dig Yang. They are actually very open to reception about candidates in general. I just followed you on Twitter. Gonna tell Nurse Freeing and Powder to follow you. Thank you, because you know what I mean? You gotta support each other. I'm following them. It's only right. I think if Kendrick Lamar or LeBron James endorse Yang, it will be over. Right. Like that. I know it sounds crazy, and I'm not saying the pander, but like if you got somebody who African Americans looked at as influential, they don't necessarily have to be in the politics. Getting African American leaders, right, that are in politics to endorse you, that's not going to cut it. I'm just telling you right now. Like you need to get like influential people outside of politics, like you said, LeBron James, Chadwick Boseman, you know, people who Kendrick Lamar, yeah, people like that. If they endorsed Yang, they would fuck with him. I'm telling you right now. It's so late in the game for such an important community and not who he is. It's really late in the game, but they feel jaded. Look, African Americans, right? They thought Obama was it. They thought Obama was going to come in, fight for them, and change a whole bunch of shit, right? And he didn't. He didn't. He was very much status quo. So you had a black guy that came in, did 2 terms, and like pretty much shit didn't change. So if this guy came in who looks like them, right, and didn't do anything, they're very hesitant now about who else they're going to support. Very hesitant. That's why the MSNBC blackout is so damaging. It is. It is. People were saying like they're trying to start, like, put a halt on them. I get great response from black people in Santa Monica, but I go to where they are and live in the area. They're so grateful to be told about them. I go to a black barber to talk. Most people in the yeah, I go to a black barber. Like my whole barbershop's African American, and I talk about politics in there. And when new people come in, I always talk to them about politics. And so many don't know about Yang, and so many aren't like even politically interested. Like I kid you not, like they're not even interested in it. Or like I've heard so many times like our vote don't matter anyways. Like I've heard that. Like I'm not kidding. So it's like we got to change that narrative. We have to. It only took 5 minutes to convince my mom that Yang could be president. It's too bad she's only resident. I literally stop and ask any black human if they have heard about Andrew Yang, and I tell them straight out he needs the black vote. Not one acted insulted, just grateful. Yeah, they're great. Once you inform them, once they get to know about it, they dig them. They dig them. They just don't know about them. Interesting. The most impressive Yang shout-outs are from fit, athletic, enthusiastic black men. This is true. This is true. Yang needs to get at Bloomberg and stuff. Yo, Bloomberg's running. All right. So Bloomberg tried to ban big gulps, right? He tried to ban big gulps. Bloomberg did stop and frisk, which was atrocious. Like it was a 99.9% failure. Like he's against legalizing marijuana. Why are you running? Who would fuck with him? Why are you running? If they're so jaded by Obama, why are so many supporting Biden? The older African American default, like the older African Americans are supporting Biden, not the younger ones, the older ones, because they've made it in their mind that Obama could do no wrong. Nothing changed, but they are not going to shit on the first African American president. It's just not happening. Yang the boomers. Hashtag Yang the boomers. Yang the poorly educated. Yeah. Yeah, they got to know. Yang did that $1 million ad buy, right? Bloomberg just shopped $34 million for ads. $34 million. Yang did $1 million ad buy. And that was like a big thing. Bloomberg just did 34 mil. He beat Obama, who did 32 mil. Obama dropped 32 mil on ads, and Bloomberg just did 34. It's even 34 or 37. So, like, how the fuck is Yang supposed to compete with that? Like, as far as ads go, as far as like getting people to know who you are, it's tough. It's really up to us. Yang has to attack the fuck out of Bloomberg. He's who the media is using to tip the scales and keep Trump. Yeah, go after Bloomberg. Call him out on that big gulp shit. Call him out on stop and frisk. Bloomberg just came out and apologized. What was it, like last week about stop and frisk? Now you're apologizing because you're running for president? Do I have stupid written on my face? Have some respect. Like, you were better off doubling down on it than being fake as fuck and coming out and trying to apologize on it. You're not going to buy this election. You're not going to buy this election. Yeah, if he makes a big splash, it will be a demonstration of democracy failing in broad daylight. You're 100% correct. You're spot on. You're 100% correct. Social media has changed the celebrity endorsement era. Sponsorship makes people afraid to lose money if they support a candidate. You're right. You're right. But that's, I mean, sometimes you got to take a brave stance. You're right. If you support a candidate, right, and I don't know, say you support a Bernie Sanders or something like that, you may lose a lot of other support from sponsors and from people who like you for whatever sport you're in. Like, they may not fuck with you after that. It's risky for sure. But where's the reward without the risk? Yang could spam Kendrick Lamar on Twitter. Yang needs to visit important Latino communities in California that will influence the rest. We only have 2 major Spanish networks in the U.S., Univision and Telemundo. You think police brutality was bad nationwide before? Shit. Yeah, police brutality was bad. Is bad. And Yang should go to a Latino community. He should. But I was talking to an African-American guy, and he was like, I feel it's like fake when a candidate goes to like a church, a black church, like, because you don't go to, and I'm like, okay, I kind of see your point with that. So like, Yang needs to like talk to the African-American community, but like, don't go to a church. It just looks so like, it looks so orchestrated. Just sent Tom a message to follow you. Hopefully it helps. Thank you so much. Under Bloomberg, it would be a nightmare. Yeah. Black older people are so wounded by what 45 has done to Obama. They want to vote for Biden. Will seal the deal. Obama just used Biden to win. He had to muzzle Biden though. Yeah. Biden said Obama hired him as VP because he knew Biden came from like dealing with older black folks, and he would be good with the black folks. Why would Obama need help from you in getting black voters? That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's the exact opposite reason of why he got you. He sides with police unions. Yeah, Bloomberg would I mean, 4 of my friends just went out to become cops, and 3 of them became cops. One of them failed the poly. But yeah, now our cops are bad. They're just human. They're human like everybody else. But you just can't be pro blue. You got to be pro people. Hit like button. If we can get LeBron for Yang trending at the right moment, maybe we could force him to comment on Yang. And see, with the NBA, they're more open to be able to speak on policies and stuff like that. Like the NFL, you can't do that shit. They'll rain down on you. You can't do that shit. The NBA can speak out a little more freely on politics and stuff like that. That's our corporate establishment. Yang is the NBA president. Isn't Yang supposed to like heady up against Ted Cruz in basketball or some shit? Isn't that's a thing, right? It's supposed to be Yang versus Ted Cruz in basketball. There's so many stories, like I can't even keep up with them all. Like that's why I try to drop something every day. I could see that. Yo, if Yang did something with the NBA, yeah, he'd be good. Miss Veal, how's it going, lady? Seattle Yang Gang. He played Dominique Wilkins. Forget Ted Cruz. I know, but the fact that Ted Cruz thought like he could school Yang. Yo, I will never forget. Ted Cruz was talking when Trump was running, and Ted Cruz said like he's Ted's dodging him per his comments on Kimmel. Yeah, Ted is dodging him. Ted said something. He's an evil guy. He said he wants to drop bombs and nuke them and make the sand glow red. I will never forget that comment. Like, damn, he wants to make the sand glow red. Yes, Ted is 100% ghosting Yang. He knows he'll lose. Yeah, Yang will school him. Like, from what I've seen, Yang's got the receipts. What do I think about AOC's misinformation speech she gave about UBI? Yeah, I think she's wrong. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And Yang needs to correct her on it peacefully. And she needs to retract her statement. That's just what I feel. But he's got to do it peacefully when he corrects her, because she has a pretty cult-like following as well. Like, people, she just like outraised Nancy Pelosi like in donations or some shit just recently. Ted Cruz is a smarmy Ted Cruz. He's so smarmy. But yeah, he said something like when it was talking about war, and he said he would like drop bombs on them and make the sand glow red. That's like a quote from a movie. That dude. We're live late waiting on that baseball game. Yeah, I would, but Ted Cruz he's dodging it. Cruz is dodging it. He doesn't want that smoke. Important city in California for Latino community is Huntington Park. It often a place Latino celebrities visit, and the Spanish network often covers. That's where you should go then. And then talk to them about some of the pressure they have on their shoulders and how he wants to help and just be himself because he's authentic. And they'll, if you're fake, they'll see through it. And I guarantee they'll dig Yang. I seriously don't understand the cult of AOC. They fuck with her heavy. Does she still have the most Twitter followers versus her peers? They really fuck with AOC. I get it. She's brave. And she won. The way she won, it was like the odds were against her. Like, he outspent her like 10-1 or something like that. Cops have improved, but we now hear about the mistakes and corruption due to cell phones and social media. It's shocking to hear and see about the discrimination, but it's traumatizing to see. Yeah. I mean, I've gone through it myself, but nowhere near like other people I've seen. Maybe it's because I wear a suit and tie to work. I literally wear a suit and tie to work every day. I have to. So I don't know. Like, I've also had officers give me passes. Like, you were speeding, but you know what? Get the fuck out of here. You're good. Like, so it has definitely gotten better, but it's tough. She's unapologetic. She is unapologetic. And what makes me like AOC is that Nancy hates her so much. That's literally the thing that makes me like AOC. Like, I was digging Matt Diggle's interview with Dr. Jermaine. Have you seen it yet? No, Naomi, I haven't seen it, but I'm going to watch it. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to watch it. Like, I watched a piece of it, but I didn't get to finish it. Yeah, I saw Pete in a black church. He was sitting there. It looked so fake. It looked orchestrated. Like, she's ignorant. She's young. She's got a lot of learning to do. She got a lot of growing to do. She's super young. Does anybody know how old she is? I know she's young as shit. It doesn't matter if you're all right all the time as long as you're fighting. That's why they love her. She's definitely a fighter, but she was wrong on UBI, and she needs to be called out on it. She gets a lot of hate. All my Republican colleagues hate her. Hate her with a passion. And that kind of makes me like her more because they hate her. And they're not talking policy. Like, they don't say like, well, she believes in this and that and this. They like just hate her because they hate her. So like, I don't know. It makes me like back and forth. AOC freight train sometimes and flies past to nuance on certain issues. You're right. I think it depends on where you live, on Leo's behavior. Scott Satins hit her up on Twitter. Ted Cruz doesn't want to give Yang recognition that 45 will resent. She's 29 or 30, a baby. See, I didn't even know she was that old. I thought she was younger. I know a lot of Latino Democrats that hate AOC. Why? I like. What is it about AOC that people hate? Arnold Schwarzenegger gave speeches in black churches in the hood. Republican governor in blue states. It worked. Yang should do it. I don't know. Like even if I ran, like I wouldn't do it in a black church. Arnold Schwarzenegger is different. Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted to become president. He would have won president too. He can't because obviously of, you know, where he was born and stuff like that, his citizenship. But he would have won. Arnold Schwarzenegger can go to a black church and it would work. Yeah, he's a whole different story. Arnold Schwarzenegger could have been president of the United States. I'm 100% sure. That 51-year-old white woman who thought Yang was from Texas liked Pete, but believes he can't win because black people will never vote for him. She'd love Yang if only she knew more. So fucking annoying. Black people aren't going to vote for Pete, though. So, like, what is she likes Pete, but she doesn't believe black people are going to vote for Yang? Black people aren't going to vote for Pete. Literally, he's making it up that black people are voting for him. She is mouthy and well, looks witchy. She does look witchy. She does look witchy. But she needs to be mouthy against, like, I don't know. I'm not a Nancy Pelosi fan. I'm just not. She's 29. She has great tits too. I've never seen her in anything that would reveal that. Like everything I've ever seen her in, like, has been very like not flattering, real businessy. So I couldn't tell you if she does. AOC got donations because 45 dissed her. That's why Yang is never mentioned. I don't get the AOC hate at all. I think she can be pushed into the right positions in the right areas. I disagree with her. Yeah, I think she'll slowly be molded into someone like everybody fucks with. But right now it's still way early. Way early. She's got a lot of growing to do. Yeah, he was born in Austria. He can't be president. Yep, he can't. Yeah, you're right. He can't be president. I know that it was something that was stopping him. But if he wasn't, he would have become president of the United States. I'd put every penny in my bank account on that. If Bernie had to drop out because of medical issues, she would cozy up to Yang quickly. Don't use the word cozy. Evelyn might pop up on the stream real quick. We're getting close. How I made is because they think she's too uneducated on some topics, which she is. It's again, she is. It's too early. She's got to educate herself on a lot of things for sure. Like again, we'll just bring it back to UBI. Even if she said federal jobs guarantee, I prefer over UBI, but like not shit on UBI, I'd be like, all right, I don't agree with you that it's better, but okay, this is just where your opinion, but like that's not what it was. She hates capitalism. That offends 45 people. She's anti-Amazon. He wants to see him dissolved. Yang wants to see them pay a dividend. Man, I don't even want to be a hypocrite because I use Amazon. I'm a Prime member, but they need to pay their fucking taxes 100%. If I have to pay my taxes, then Amazon needs to pay their taxes. Didn't she block like Amazon coming over there? And like, I guess the spin was like, you costed people jobs or something like that. So that's what they were trying to get at her about. Cause she's like, it's blocked Amazon from like coming over there or something like that. But she was just like boycotting them because they don't pay their fucking taxes. But like, I don't hate capitalism. I think we need a good amount of capitalism and we need a good amount of social democracy, like a decent amount. I think both of them. Considering she's in favor of Yang policy on decriminalization, open noise when Bernie. See, okay. And so, and that's another thing. Yang is so much better on drugs than Bernie is. So much better. Like Yang's miles ahead, and Bernie's showing his age with that. Bernie Sanders is showing his age with his stance on legalizing or decriminalizing drugs. He's showing his age. Plus, they're going to give him a massive subsidy while automating everything. Exactly. Yep. So she blocked him from coming. She miles off when studying the issues at hand. She thinks she knows everything. Her perspective is so limited. She's too ignorant to know it. That's what I don't like about her. She got a lot to learn. Best of both worlds. Exactly. She has some okay, but she's totally dumbed down and shows she doesn't research before she. No, she doesn't. That's why when you guys are asking like about the issue with like, I don't know, the pay thing with Yang and somebody that was working for him and like her pay, before I spoke, I didn't do a video on that because like I need to research it first. I need to see what the fuck is about before I speak because I don't want to sound like an idiot. Once it's on YouTube, it's on YouTube. It would have been so. She needs to do the same. AOC needs to do the same. She should have researched UBI before she said like I don't fuck with it. It would have been a net loss, and she was proven right actually. About Amazon, yeah. Yang has a policy on his Amazon moving headquarters, etc. I sent AOC a copy of The War on Normal People. Hopefully, she reads that shit. You never know. They hate she says things and don't make sense when they can't trust her. She's got a lot of growing to do, for sure. It's still pretty amazing that she won. Like the odds were against her. Like I still respect that, but she's got a lot of growing, and she'll get there. She'll get there. It's going on 2 hours, guys. It's about to be 3 a.m. Probably about to wrap this up. You guys see RJ in the back with the math hat and the math shirts? Look, go to my last video, the very last video I did. I'm giving away 3 math shirts. I have 3 math. And in that video, you put your name, your location, and hashtag math. And next Friday, I'm going to randomly choose, like there's a randomizer, and it's going to choose who I'm going to send those math shirts to. And if this works out well, I have math hats I'm going to give away as well, and I'll do a sort of thing for that too. But RJ's rocking a math hat. He's rocking the math shirts. I'm giving away. I have 3 of them left. I have 3 math shirts. Go to my latest video and put your name, your location, hashtag math. And next Friday, I'll do a random drawing for 3 people. Good looks, Josh. RJ is dope. He's a big ass bear. I know that math shirt is tight on him. But RJ is Ronnie Jr. And he's pretty dope. It was an article that came out where another former female staffer came out saying that other ex-employees were fabricating the story and smeared the Yang. See, I'm going to talk. That's my next video. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to research it a little more tomorrow morning, and I'm going to talk about it and do a video on that because if MSNBC is talking about it, then we need somebody on the other end to talk about it as well. We need somebody on our end to talk about it. They're all mediums. I only have mediums. I can't fit them. So I'm giving them away. And even if you just want it for collection purposes, I'm giving them away. So I have 3 size mediums. And just go to my latest video. It's about should Yang be aggressive? Your name, where you're from, hashtag math. Do I have an email? I do have an email. It's I'll type it. That's my email, BCereusBooking@gmail.com. It's in the description box as well. You're right. Bernie devotees are in denial of AI and automation. Automation is here. Like I said, I was in Stop and Shop and Marty came down the aisle at me, and brick and mortar is disappearing slowly but surely. So love RJ. You need your beauty rest. Bloomberg already at 3%. That's crazy. Well, the amount he spent on. Should we unsubscribe to BuzzFeed channels? You do what you got to do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I don't expect BuzzFeed to be not what they once were. Who saw the new ad Yank put out? I didn't see that, but if he has a new ad out, then I got to check it out because I always cover when he drops an ad. Bernie devotees and now everything that doesn't come out of Bernie's mouth first. You're right. A lot of them are. Who needs pants? He didn't need no pants. He's swinging. He in the house. He don't need no pants. Oh, he's used to being on camera. He is out and about swinging. How do you change consumer behavior to stop shopping online? You can't. When you can order something and get it in 2 days, like you can't. How do you beat that? I can go on Amazon right now. In some situations, you can get it in 1 day. I can go on Amazon.com right now, not leave my house. I don't have to go to Best Buy. Get something for, I don't know, for my mic, and have it in 2 days. I can order it and be at work. And while I'm at work, it gets dropped off. I don't think we're going to change that. I don't know how, and it's hurting brick and mortar stores. It's absolutely hurting brick and mortar. And it's one of the reasons why Radio Shack went out of business when I worked for Radio Shack, because they were late on the whole online game. Their default stance is everything is a danger to Bernie. But yeah, you're right. You can't. They think that because how he got screwed. RJ needs some pants too. RJ, they said you need some pants. He's shy. Even if you break up Amazon, but it won't stop online. It won't stop online shopping. It won't. Looks like medium kids. I don't know. Like, it wouldn't even get on my arms. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a medium kids. No, it's not a medium kids. It's just a medium. He's a big bear. Like, he's a really big fucking bear. Like, you can't get the gist of, maybe you can, but he's really big. It's a big bear. So, no, we can't stop online shopping, and we can't stop automation either, but we can make jobs. Let RJ go Winnie the Pooh. No bottom. Yeah, RJ swinging, man. he's just out and about. What do you guys, before I go, what do you guys think of like the Green New Deal type shit? How do you guys feel about that? Like jobs and, renewable and clean energy and stuff like that. You guys for that? It seems weird to even ban online shopping. It does seem weird. And a lot of my, even groceries. But see, here's why I don't order my groceries online, because I'm incredibly picky. Like, especially with fruit and stuff like that. I need to like see it. Like, I need to pick out my own fruit. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You don't wear a math hat and shirt and no pants. Apparently, RJ does. Harold, Matt said I had beautiful eyes too already. So I don't, it's already out there. It's in the atmosphere. It's in the stratosphere. Drop programs are great. I'm all in. Dope. Crazy Bone was talking conspiracy shit behind Green New Deal. What's the conspiracy? My brother works in, he puts solar panels on roofs. That's his job. And he makes pretty good money doing it. And like that is, that is kind of that's in that field. So that's why I was like, oh, if he's doing it, then I wonder, if it would be more job opportunities for people if we went that way. They plan to rip off the Green Party and suddenly Who? Because Democrat AOC supports it. Some of the Green New Deal would work, some would not. My job is energy simulations and designing zero energy buildings, and Yang's environmental plan looks by far the best. Okay. It's really long, but I read it. Okay. Because we got to find some way to create jobs. Because the jobs that are gone, like the jobs that went overseas. And they're not going to like Stop and Shop's not going to shut down the Marty to hire those people, to hire people back. I think it's gone. But Barney's New York is a landmark. You'll have to measure it from pit to pit. So, all right. I'm about to sign out, guys. It's funny. I trust them. 26. Now they're all about it. They jump back and forth like nobody's business. Payless Closing Stores, Gymboree, Dress Barn, Charlotte Ruse. That used to be, they had a different name before. Fred's, Dollar General, Charming Charlie, Destination Matters. Yeah, they're all going. They're going. All right, guys, but I really got to get out of here. It's 3 a.m. I do work tomorrow. Thank everybody for coming in and talking to me. You guys are awesome. And I'll do this. I'll try to do this at least once a week. I'll do a stream. Do you know who told me to do the stream? It was Boyce from Mindful Skeptics. He was like, dude, do a stream. Do a stream at least once a week. Thanks for answering. No, I love talking to you guys. My channel would be nothing without you guys. You know what I'm saying? So good night, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe if you dig what I'm saying. If not, let me know in the comment section why. Does my mom is a pharmacist, and my dad is retired. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one, guys. Peace.